SML podcast, Playing the Field, Field Journal 007. I'm here with a new co-host, the Lions owner, PJ. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, just chilling out, day off.
What's it like manning the most shitball team in the SML? I mean, that's a struggling franchise to be the Lions. You don't have Megatron, you don't have a lot of great weapons, and somehow you manage to play a lot of good games and be a perennial contender. How do you do that?
I just try to manage it. The biggest problem I have with the Lions is they're inconsistent, right?
Right.
I feel like I play the same way, but one game they just shit egg, and the next game they play awesome and they shock people, right? So
Right.
they're inconsistent for some reason. I don't know why.
Who's the best player on your team right now, do you think?
I'll say right now it's always been Galladay.
Galladay.
Yeah, he's if he was on a better team, he would be the best wide receiver in the league. I mean,
Your,
he's the best by far.
your,
Yeah,
your team's not that good, as we've already established, but for the or through the first 2 or 3 games you played, you're kind of in the bottom of the barrel and everything except for rushing yards, which you rank 10th with 104 a game. You're 1-2 right now. What's your outlook looking like? What are some of your goals, or what do you think your team's going to wind up looking by week 17?
I don't know. I'm not. I know that in my heart, so I need a quarterback. And I looked at the draft board. There's only one out there, right?
Right.
But I mean, I just can't put it. For some reason, I just can't just tank, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
know
that's right.
that I'm actually gonna just have a bad record, so it's kind of hard. I mean, it's a fun team. I mean, I like that it's a challenge to build
Right.
them, and they have players that I like to play with, so that's what
Interesting.
keep me playing with. Yeah, like Jones, the running back I have, he's probably the funnest running back I've played with.
What do you? I gotta ask you something. 'Cause I just looked at your schedule. No disrespect to you, but how the hell did you lose to Raider fan 21-7 week two?
It was, it was one of the. I mean, things were happening that you would not believe. I mean, twice in one game, the quarterback hit his own player and caused one was a fumble and the other was a interception. And I was like, how does this happen twice in one game? I mean, this is just the Lions, and so it was a close game all the way to the third quarter, and my running back was blocking. When I threw the ball, it hit his head and it went straight to a pick, and it was like, okay, game over. But he played competitive. Every time he plays me, he actually plays me competitive. I think that he feels like the Lions are not that good of a team, and that he can really play
Right.
hard. So,
He feels like he has
but
a chance, so
yeah,
he doesn't shut down mentally. You think?
right,
I
right.
gotcha. So you
Mhm.
got a pretty big win week three, 31-28 versus the Packers. You have a chance of getting back to 500 against ZZ. Not the great. He's 0-2. What are you thinking? Are you going to get that W?
Yeah, I'm going to play him hard because he's beat me the two times I played him.
Yeah.
I really want to play him hard to try to get a win. I mean, it's the same way when he plays me. He gives it all he got. So I'm not getting. I don't think I'm getting the normal game
Right.
that he sometimes plays. So
Well,
um,
one thing I can say about you is you and I played last season or the season before, and we tried 9 times, I think, in the
yeah,
in franchise mode. Then we played 1 or 2 games outside of it. You're always
yeah,
sim. I mean, you play hard. You got a good defense, and I don't feel like there's any cheese about your game. You're definitely, in my opinion, the most sim player that I've played against. So my
yeah.
hats off to you for playing a tough game every time we play. Um,
That's the biggest compliment you can give because I really try. Even if I know that playing Sam is going to cost me a few games, I
right.
still enjoy playing that way. I just hope it rubs off on other people. They're like, man, he's playing actually good at Sim. Maybe I need to try to play like him. So
Who would you rate? I guess I'm going to ask you who's the best offensive player, the best
mm,
defensive player, and who's the one team that you really don't look forward to playing?
I mean, I like to play the Bears, man. I mean, um, I hate Raekwon Smith with a passion. I mean,
He's all over.
he's man, he disguises them so well. It's not that he's really he's so good at disguising them. So he'll be at one direction, you think he's open, and he'll get there. So and then he has Mag, so he doesn't have to really blitz. So I'll say it's a combination of him having good user skills and him just, and we've talked about it in DM, him being smart and picking the Bears when the Bears were hot from last year
Right.
really helped him out. So it's kind of like this perfect storm with him. So defensively, I gotta say it's got to be um shoot his name uh,
Oshie.
Oshie. Yeah, it has to be Oshie.
So who has the best
Offense.
offense you've seen?
Hmm. I was most people are consistently the same, but the worst I've gotten beaten offensively was by the new Patriots owner. He just got hot,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't say I don't know if he's always that good, but I couldn't do anything. It was just kind of like those games where you just hold your controller and you just
Oh
saying,
yeah.
man, clock just
You just
the
take that
clock just
ass beating.
hit zero and just take it right, and you know it.
Nothing you can do.
You
Just
just
bend
want
over and
to
spread them.
hmm Passes was just unbelievable passes, and my defense it's like the A I just gave up.
So I just saw that the Jaguars beat the Titans 59-14. Um, are for two questions off that. For one, are the Jaguars the best team around or the hottest team around? And second, is there sportsmanship left in this league, or are we just going to take and just beat the living dog shit out of people?
For me, I don't mind getting I don't beat people like that, but I
Right.
don't mind getting beat like that because it kind of like it kind of makes me go in lab more and say, whoa, and want to get better. So I don't mind getting beat like that, but I don't want to beat nobody like that. I like to beat people, right? But when it starts getting to where it's all the way over, I'll kind of take the foot off the gas. But yeah, I think that it's not good though because people tend to if they already are
Mm-hmm.
losing, then you just really put their foot on their neck.
Right.
Then now if it's somebody like me who consistently like wins some, but if they're like two wins for the whole entire season, you do it to them. It just really like
It's
makes
demoralizing.
the right,
Makes
right.
them not want to play. I get what you're saying there. I kind of agree with that. Uh, I guess my next question is, and we gotta talk about Conk. He's the most polarizing member in the league right now. What are your opinions on Conk, if you have
Um,
any?
he's let me see. He's fun. He's fun. He's good for the group. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's something he actually has touched on because we do he gives it, but it's like all of us give it back to him, right?
Right.
And he doesn't like get mad
No.
and say things. So I would say that he gives it and takes it quite well. Because some people just give it, then can't take it when you take
Right.
it back to him. So
That's
I
true.
would say that he's entertaining. He's a character for the league, and it's good if the chat is slow. It's good to have those type of people in chat sometimes.
Yeah, it keeps the chat alive
Yeah,
in some
yeah.
respects.
All news is good news, right?
Yeah. What do you think? Like, if you had to do it too early, and this is way too early, Super Bowl predictions, who would those teams be?
And people that's always in there, pretty
Yeah.
much. Uh,
Colts.
it's not going to change. It's tough. They built their teams, and this Madden really awards winning.
Yeah.
So they're constantly winning. They constantly getting that XP, which is hard to get
Right.
in the SML. The, that extra XP really counts. So we are playing catch up. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a shocker where it's
Right.
like, oh, this. The closest we had was the Jets that year.
Yeah.
But besides that, I don't think it's gonna be a huge shocker because it's hard, right?
Yeah. It's definitely when you get behind the eight ball, it's hard to get back in it, especially when you're on a poor team or a team that
Mm-hmm.
has gaps in certain areas. It's very hard to get back in the race, I guess.
Yeah,
But
that's my problem, right? So right when I get my players to be good, the Lions just had a bad. They didn't have much young talent.
no,
So once I really got them to get like these X factors and stuff, they're almost 30 years old, and then the team is
they
still
start going down.
rebuilding. Yeah, so it's kind of like it's hard,
Yeah, it's a
right?
catch 22. You know, as soon as you get one thing going, then those guys get to 30, they start regressing, and you're back to square one again.
Yep.
So it's definitely hard to build a good team, and so you got to tip your hat to the guys that do succeed at building and maintaining a really good roster. So I guess that's what makes it fun. You know, that's why you play franchise, is the cat and mouse game of finding new pieces to find that work within the game that you like to play. What do you think? I guess within your division, you've got Oshi, who's the mainstay, lawyer killer with the Packers, you, and the new Vikings. What are you expecting out of that new Vikings owner? What is it, Paulie, I believe?
He beat me. He beat me, but I think that we'll have. I think we'll be just like me and Lawyer Killer. If the
Yeah,
Lions are on top of their game, then they're gonna be hard to beat. But the time I played them, um, I had to do some different. I had to do some moves on my secondary. I had to get younger, faster, and I ended up moving Slade to assist the two young guys in the back half of the field. So he kind of cleans up their mistakes, and I think that was a good move. It was tough because Slade's a corner, but
right.
a lot of great corners move to safety. So um, he had a lot of passes that were just like, I mean, he mossed three people with Thielen, who 45 years old and probably runs at 8'6" now,
Hmm.
and he just mossed embarrassed the Lions secondary. So I was like, no, this can't happen. So they stepped up last game.
Do you think that X Factors have a place in franchise mode, or do you think that they're a little OP to have in
I think they
franchise
could
mode?
be. Um, I mean, it's fun. It's
Right,
more challenging to build them. So it's kind of, that's a tough one, right? Because I like it,
right.
but I think that
To take away from Sim.
it does because it takes away from Sam because certain players are just like you said overpowered.
Right,
And I know if they was going with it, so I can't. I know they was going with it, saying like, "Hey, I should feel a difference between." Well, old man used to be, you should get a 6'4" guy
right,
who had 90 speed and can jump, and
right.
then he would just be the best player on the team, right? That doesn't happen this thing. So they took away that, but then they made the superstars too good. Like the
Yeah.
stats are just ridiculous. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
interceptions,
Yeah, I agree. And the
but
interceptions
anybody,
got
yeah,
worse throughout the year as they did game updates.
did.
So I don't know. Like you said, they're good to have to an extent. I feel like either you need to do away with them in franchise mode, have that option to turn it off, or just as a whole dial them back. Because you got, for instance, Meats, who's going to spam Hollywood Brown because of his speed, and now he somehow has Moss,
It's
and
crazy.
and it. I hate to throw it like Woods. I know every time I play Woods or every time you watch a stream, he's forcing something to Odell. Odell's made one great catch in his career, and never again does he make those type of plays, and he's having those type of plays every game.
Right,
So I don't know. They need to
right,
adjust. I get why they did it because they want ratings to matter. They want superstars if you like
right.
superstars. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I, I thought that maybe, so this was what I was hoping. I was like, okay, y'all have y'all fun now, but
Right.
eventually these contracts are going to get ridiculous, and these people going to get older, then
Mm-hmm.
you're going to not be able to have all these superstars. So I think in Simo, they should have made the contracts ridiculous for these people that are X Factors to make it to where they can't just hold on to them and just pretty much um, stockpile them. So it's
Right.
like a lot of stockpiling of them, and we're playing these demigods, and then we're just getting, we can't make the numbers that they can. So
Yeah. How many leagues are you in right now?
I'm just in two. I was in three. I usually do three. I usually do I usually do one real true sim, and then I have one that just with guys I've known for years, and then usually it's another. Sometimes it's another one, but when soon as Super Bowl happens, I kind
Drops
of
off.
lose that. Yeah, I kind of lose it for football a little bit,
Yeah.
and then springtime, with family and things like that. So I usually do drop leads. So eventually SML is gonna probably be the only one I consistently stay in for the rest of the year because it's just fun and plus the chat, right? The
Right.
chat doesn't really die.
Yeah, it adds value to it that podcasts like this, chat, you know,
Yep.
it keeps guys interested, keeps them engaged. I mean, back in the day, a lot of guys would quit playing by April, so it was
Yeah.
hard to keep a
Mhm.
league going. I guess
Right.
my next question is, how long have you been playing Madden?
Oh, you talking about like I've been playing Madden before. I was playing Madden before there was people names on the game. I'm serious. They used to come out and you'd be like, it would just be number 55, and then and the team that won the Super Bowl would have like they would be all Madden, which we call all Madden now, and then all the other teams would be just like mediocre.
Right.
And so I've been playing ever since. Before it was even I don't know what they used to call it. It wasn't even called Madden football, I think, or was it? It was called something. Madden. It was called, what was it called before? I've been playing that long. Just put it that way.
So you've been playing it for a long time. You're an
A
old man.
long
You've been
time.
playing it a
So
long time.
the thing that kills me is that I remember when there was 3 or 4 players you can pick,
Right.
and he's up, and now people saying that's fun. I'm like, no, I like mixing up the plays because it's amazing how many plays and how many formations and different schemes you can do.
Yeah.
Where all you can do is have that toss left, and have that toss right, and that's it. And right, and it was the same consistent glitch that you just do a spin move
Right.
with I don't know, Barry Sanders back in the day, and you had a touchdown. I'm like, Temo Bowl. Why would you want to go back to Temo Bowl?
You
Right.
don't want to go back to that. But
Right.
there is a line where they nerf things a little too much, which I've talked about it before. For halfback toss, for one, is nerfed quite a bit. I don't have any success running that this year. Screens in general, outside of RPOs, your wide receiver and halfback screens, you just don't get the blocking set up. They'll hit the
Right.
guy and bounce up in the air. The ball, like you just don't get. They're not the blitz beaters they once were. And
Right.
Madden could never find a happy medium with that. Either the plays are overpowered, the spin move's overpowered, the juke's overpowered, or it's useless. And they just
Right.
haven't seemed to be able to find that happy
Yep.
medium.
Yep. I think you said it before, and I think that Madden really needs to be a an expansion pack each year.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I think and this is very controversial, but I think they need to actually make something like a daddy league slash what you call it, something that integrates with GroupMe and all that. And they need to say, hey, we got the best platform that will work good with franchise, and it's $9.99 a month, right?
yeah,
I think we'll pay that. We'll pay that for a great quality um, 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 connected franchise, right? So I
yeah.
think they'll put more resources into it, and I would love that. I think that's what they need to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they could do. You don't have half the drills you used to have. You used to be able to do kicker drills. They don't have any type of training camp or anything like that that you could do to earn extra XP or even just
Yep,
go to play now. You don't have the
yep,
access to the legendary rosters or anything like that that you used to. And I get that that's the draw to play Ultimate Team or Superstar KO. But a lot of people don't like playing that shit. Put that back in or even
I
give
don't.
you access to it. Well, if you pre-order it or pay $5 extra a year for an expansion pack or something, there's a lot of added value you could have that I think they're missing.
Even why don't they should allow us to download our connected franchise teams for me and you like want to, you know,
Yeah,
lab with each other with our connected franchise. They should allow you to download it, right?
that shouldn't be hard to do.
Mm-mm.
Export your franchise team for play now purposes or whatever. I
Yep,
agree with that.
yep.
I could see
Hmm.
that. Yeah, there's a lot of easy features that they're just missing, and I don't understand it outside the fact that their cash cow is Madden Ultimate Team, and they're making they're making a killing, and fuck the rest of us. They'll keep it in there just to keep you buying the game, but they're not gonna do a whole lot of work to it.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy.
it
One
is.
last question. It's about the real NFL. It was in the chat earlier. There's a big Meats. He's a huge Ravens fanboy, so he's gonna take that Lamar Jackson cock directly in his mouth. But what do you think about Lamar Jackson? Is he gonna be the typical scrambling quarterback where he's got a very short window, or do you think he's gonna somehow surprise us all and expand into this legendary passer and elite rusher for a 15-year career?
I think the one thing that is nobody talks about
Yeah,
that's probably the biggest thing that helps Lamar Jackson is that he has somebody behind him who's been there, done that,
yeah,
and saying and teach him like what he went through and what not to do, and that's RG3, right? So RG3 can be like, man, I was doing this crazy stuff. I was trying to do this. I was trying to not run because I ain't want to be like just known as a running quarterback, and or when I did run, I never listened to people to how far to go. So I think that having RG3 on his team really kind of
benefits him.
it may help. I don't know yet. I mean, I don't know the future, but I'm saying it could help him with how to keep himself safe.
Yeah, my thing is RG3 had his tremendous rookie year. Then he inevitably had an ACL injury. Uh,
Hmm.
the fact of the matter is, Lamar Jackson doesn't seem to pull any punches the way he plays. He knows that he's a gifted athlete. His
Hmm.
passing is average to below average. A
Hmm.
lot of people want to give him credit for these passing numbers, which stem off the running game. It stems off his scrambling. He starts scrambling around. The defense bites down. Pop. He throws an inaccurate pass to the tight end, who catches it and bails him out. No one wants to talk about that. Uh, so my thing is, if you want to watch, go back to the Pro Bowl drills. If you just watch that
Hmm.
Pro Bowl skills challenge,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
who was the most piss poor quarterback out of the whole thing? Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson.
Who was the
So
best? Cousins. Cousins was
yeah,
not.
yeah, because he
Cousins,
was a pocket passer.
yeah.
Yeah, Russell Wilson always does well in that as well. Which to me, Russell Wilson's the best mobile quarterback there is because he doesn't run to look to run. He's like Ben Roethlisberger. These guys
Right.
scramble to open up the pass. He's not looking to get an 80-yard tutty off the run. But do you have any closing statements, any type of message you want to send out to the league or anything in that regards?
Well, I just like to say I've enjoyed being with the SML. I think that it's the 32 of us pretty much get along together, and we assist the people who really do a lot of work for the league. So things like this, just volunteering to do it and just doing your support really goes a long way because I've been commissioner for leagues and seeing leagues kind of like the SML
Yeah.
get formed. I know it's not easy. I know it's not the easy thing to do because it takes a lot of time, effort, and it takes getting a good core. But once you get that core, it makes it a fun league. So I would like to say good job, you guys. You do a good job, and thank you
Well, we appreciate you
because you're
taking
not
time.
getting paid.
Appreciate you taking time. If you guys are watching this for the first time and you're interested in joining us, check us out, simmaddenleague.com, daddyleagues.com/SML. We've got some spots open on the primer. That's the spinoff league. We advance, and even though this was a chat discussion for Conk, we advance Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays until we get to the playoffs. So be sure to get in that we can do podcasts. We're getting a very active in Sim League. We're year round, and we possibly have a tournament coming very soon. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let us know who you want next on the show. What do you want us to talk about? Have a great day.